Hello everyone, this is Easy Natural English with Liam, and this is a natural but easier English listening episode. And today I want to talk to you about New Year's traditions, because it is going to be the new year very soon. Perhaps it's going to be a bit different from normal because of the coronavirus pandemic. But I thought I would talk about what happens usually, what the normal traditions are in the English-speaking countries like UK, like the UK and the USA and Canada and New Zealand and Australia and anywhere else. Also might be similar in some European countries. But in the English-speaking countries, we have a very different tradition than there is here in Japan. So yeah, I live in Japan, and in Japan, it is very much a family time. It is it is a time where families get together and they eat kind of special New Year's food, which is divided up. It looks very nice. And it's kind of a bit more like what Christmas is in Europe and America. So if you listen to the last episode, I talked about Christmas traditions in the UK and America and other countries. It's kind of more like that, a bit like a family time. But in English-speaking countries, New Year's is kind of more of a party time, really. It's a time to party, to look at the year behind you, like look at the year you've just had, and also perhaps think about the year that's going to come. So what a lot of people do is meet on New Year's Eve, they meet with their friends, perhaps with their family, but I think a lot of people just see their friends or their girlfriend or boyfriend or husband or wife, and they maybe go to a bar or even a club. Some people have a house party, and some people maybe just meet a couple of friends, and then usually people drink. Usually people get quite drunk. It depends on the person. If you don't drink, you don't need to, but maybe a lot of people drink at least some alcohol. And then when it comes to towards midnight, of course we do the countdown, like I think almost every country does this. And we do the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and count down to New Year's. And then we play the song Auld Lang Syne, which I'm going to put at the beginning of this episode, so you would have heard that song at the introduction for this episode, and this song in Japan is used to close shops. I think maybe some people listen to it at New Year's as well, but this song Auld Lang Syne, which you would have heard just now, in Japan it's the shop closing song. So they play this song and they say thank you for coming to the store today. Please come again soon, or something like that. It's always quite funny for me when I hear this song. I'm in a shop in Japan and they play this song, because in the UK and America and Australia, New Zealand, etc., it's only kind of played at New Year's Eve. So when I'm in the shop and they're closing and I hear this song, I think, oh, is it New Year's? Usually we go 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year, and we almost always play this song, Auld Lang Syne. So if you're in a bar or a club, or even watching the TV and they have some kind of celebration, 3, 2, 1, boom, always bam, bam, ba, bam, 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 bam. And when they play this song, Auld Lang Syne. And Auld Lang Syne means something like long, long ago, or like old long since. It means like, yeah, it's the original version is written in Scots, and Scots is a language that's spoken in Scotland, that's been spoken for a long time. Sometimes people say it's a dialect, some people say it's its own language, but it's kind of related to English, but it's also very different from English. So that's why when you hear Old Lang Syne, you probably don't understand, and even native English speakers don't understand, because it's actually a Scots poem, which was, and this tune, this tune is a old folk song. So nobody knows who wrote this melody, who wrote this tune, because it's just a very, very old British or Scottish song from such a long time ago. No one knows who made this melody, but the melody became very famous with these lyrics of this poem, Old Lang Syne, and that's just a very strong New Year's tradition for us now. And something else that happens when you get to this 3, 2, 1, and then it goes Happy New Year, very popular tradition is to kiss somebody. So if you watch some kind of American or British dramas or kind of love stories or something, movie or TV show, you might see people at midnight like, quick, I need to find someone to kiss. I need to find someone to kiss. So it's not just those people being strange. This is just a tradition that people do. They often find somebody to kiss. So also if you watch kind of a live broadcast of a New Year's party or something, you'll see people at the strike of midnight, you will see a lot of people kissing. You don't have to kiss someone, so you don't need to grab a stranger and kiss them, but if you have someone you like, it's a good time to kiss them. Also, a really big tradition is gathering in like city centers. So I said some people might go to a bar or a club, and something that quite commonly happens at midnight is people meet outside. So a really famous one is New York Times Square. You know, it's a very busy part of the world, and a lot of people go to Times Square, this very famous tourist place. You know, all year it's crowded. There's lots of tourists that go there to kind of get the experience of like Manhattan. And Times Square has a big ball, and sometimes when people talk about it becoming the new year, they say when the ball drops. And this expression, when the ball drops, they're talking about Times Square. So Times Square has been doing this tradition for a really long time. Like, I don't know how long, but a very long time. I forget how long. But the ball starts dropping. It's this like huge pole, and there's a huge ball at the top, and it's right on top of the clock in Times Square. And 1 minute before midnight, it starts to come down. So it'll take like 60 seconds, and then finally when you get down to like 3, 2, 1, boom, and the ball contacts the bottom, and then there might be lots of lights and maybe even fireworks and things like that, and people all say Happy New Year, and they play Old Lang Syne, and everyone will start kissing each other. And that's kind of it basically. And then after this, something a lot of people talk about is New Year's resolution. New Year's. So resolution means like a promise, like something you say, I'll definitely do it. I will do it. That's a resolution. So a lot of people make a New Year's resolution, and it's kind of something that they promise to do the next year. So a lot of people say things like, I'm going to join a gym and I'm going to get really fit, or I'm going to get a really sexy body or something. Some people say I'm going to learn a language. Some people say I'm going to go back to school, or I'm going to start a new career. It's usually some kind of like life change or something that you need to stick to. You can't just say my New Year's resolution is to buy a DVD or something. It has to be something that you promise to do for the whole year. Like, I'm going to read more books this year, or I'm going to spend more time with my family, or something like that, some kind of lifestyle change. So yeah, lots of people like to make these New Year's resolutions. Maybe I should think of one. I usually don't really think of them, but if you've been listening to my channel for a while, you'll know I'm quite a motivated person. So I'm already studying a lot, and already exercising a lot, and already spending time with my wife. I'm kind of already doing a lot of these things, so I don't know what else. I don't have much time for anything else, so I don't know. Maybe I should make more easy, natural English content. Maybe that should be my resolution. Make more videos, more podcasts. Yes, okay, that's my New Year's resolution. So yeah, think about what your New Year's resolution is, and if you think of one, then comment on the YouTube video. You can't comment on the podcast, but yeah, if you come onto the YouTube, comment and let me know what your New Year's resolution is going to be. I hope it's studying more English. So that's most of the traditions I think that I wanted to talk about. Something that is a bit different than Japan, and maybe I think this might be quite a big tradition in a lot of Asia, but definitely here in Japan, after the New Year's, or even kind of around New Year's, a lot of people do a very big clean. So it's like the time of the year when they kind of, we always clean our house all year. Everybody does. We clean our house, but sometimes you need to do a really big clean, and you need to lift up all the furniture, clean underneath. Maybe you need to scrub the bath. Maybe you need to throw away old things, really kind of refresh and renew your home. And in Japan, a lot of people do that, around New Year's. But in English-speaking countries, we don't do it at New Year's. We do it more just any time in the spring. So we call this spring cleaning. So as in the season, spring, summer, autumn, winter, we do a spring clean. So it's not like everybody's doing it around the same time, but just sometime in spring. And usually, I think, at least in my family, we used to just do it when it got a bit warmer, because winter is cold and you don't want to open the windows so much. So when it comes to spring and you have like a first sunny day or second sunny day and you think, oh, it's nice, spring is here and it's getting a bit warmer, then we can open the doors, open the windows, let some fresh air in the house, and then you can start cleaning. So all the chemicals, like spraying chemicals, all those chemicals can go out, and also all the dust. When you open an old wardrobe or you clean an old shelf and you get lots of dust that goes poof. So if you open the windows, all that dust can go outside. So yeah, maybe in Japan, probably a lot of people are opening the windows to clean, but it's a bit cold. So yeah, in English-speaking countries, we wait a little bit longer until it gets a little bit warmer, a little bit sunnier outside, and then we start cleaning. So there's no fixed date for this spring cleaning. And that's pretty much all I have to say about New Year's. I guess this year it's going to be a bit different because of the coronavirus situation. I don't think people can all meet at Times Square or in the center of London, or can gather in bars and clubs and parties. If they are, it's not very responsible. It's probably not a good idea. Even if we're wearing masks and keeping our hands clean, gathering in big groups is still not a good idea. So I don't know what people are going to do. Maybe the same thing I usually do. To be honest, I'm not so into New Year's. I'm not a big kind of party guy. So New Year's, I usually just stay at home. I think last year I was actually asleep before midnight. I didn't even wait until midnight. I usually just go to bed because for me I think it's just another day. But I have done that kind of thing before. It is fun. So if you like to do that, then yeah, please enjoy. But obviously be careful this year. Don't meet people who, don't meet big groups. Maybe just spend some time with your family or close friends. This year I'll probably just be here with Cassie, my wife, just being quiet and responsible. But maybe I'll try to stay awake until midnight this year to see the new year in. So anyway, thank you all very much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on the YouTube. So yeah, let me know what your New Year's resolution is, or if you have any kind of special tradition in your country that might surprise me. And yeah, if you're listening to the podcast, please follow and review. I will see you all back here next time.
本日はご来店いただきましてありがとうございました。